Hey, welcome to the Sounds on Vinyl show, the only show on the frickin' planet that has us. My name is Phil Boyer, as always, and from across the pond, where the Vikings just basically took over the world, is my brother from another mother, Professor Rockstar Extraordinaire, lead singer of bands that existed both in the past, present, and the future. Mike Svensson. Mike, what the hell's going on?
The past and the future and in between. Well,
Yeah,
and Rockstar and a Professor, dude. Oh man, when I think that stuff couldn't be better. I mean, the introductions, it's fucking epic. It's really good, my friend. It's really good. The temperature has fallen a bit, so I'm not sweating my balls off right now. So it's kind of good. And I've been to a free festival. Ooh. Have you ever heard about that? I mean, free.
No, we don't get
money.
Free stuff here in the United States. No. We have to pay for everything. So.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this in a minute. But the Malmo Festival at a place called Rock Stage, it's a special. Oh, I'm gonna talk about it some more. But I want to know, for starters, we're gonna get back to the Malmo Festival. For starters, you got an assignment from the next episode, to listen to one of my favorite Motorhead albums, The Same Difference. So, did you know The Same Difference? What the fuck am I talking about? What was the title of the album? I can't remember. What the fuck?
I can't remember.
Which album was it?
Because I did that right away, actually.
Another Perfect Day.
Yes.
Another Perfect Day, for crying out loud. The Same Difference, because I've been listening to Entombed right now. The album, The Same Difference. That's
Entombed.
Yeah.
We're listening to Entombed. No, but so yes, I did listen to Motorhead, and I thought it was full of kick-ass.
Yeah. Oh,
two thumbs up.
Oh, cool.
Yes, but very good.
Because that one wasn't like very known to you.
Yes, actually, there's a lot of Motorhead that's unknown to me. I haven't really been privileged, I guess, to listen to the catalog and go. There's always something else I'm listening to for whatever reason. I never hit the whole Motorhead thing, so I'm very. I'm not very well versed in the Motorhead library, so it's kind of cool that we talked about that last week, and I think you got a little something else Motorhead related here coming up that I think is good for me and anybody else that Motorhead kind of just passed them by for whatever reason. So
yeah. And it's funny that you mention stuff like that, because when it comes to albums or bands, that there is some bands that I don't know what it is. It'll pass you by. You don't necessarily don't like them, but it's not on your radar at the moment. And I remember that growing up, there was bands I can't remember, but bands that why haven't I listened to them? Michael Schenker Group was one of those bands. Never listened to. Got a hold of a couple of albums in the dollar bin some years ago, and it's great stuff. Y&T, didn't listen to them when I was growing up at all. I discovered them way later, and it's a great live band, Y&T. I've seen them on several occasions, but I think that when you're a kid, you know what you know because of your friends. It's Maiden. For me, it was Maiden, Metallica, and Kiss. I was boxed into that, and of course Then came Motley Crue because I opened up the gate for Shout at the Devil and go, what the fuck? This is so cool. And so forth. But that was it. And then later on, when I grew older, there were some Saxon and of course Aussie. But then I'm 15, 16, 17 and so forth. But all the classics, they're in there. But the bands that are sort of like on the side, I don't know. I know Y&T wasn't like the biggest band in Europe at the time, but it's good stuff. Classic
they weren't very
roll.
big over here, but I had a friend of mine who had all their records. He was a big fan of them, and so he kind of turned me on to Y&T back in the 80s. You know, late 80s, 87, 86, 87, somewhere around there. And so, yeah, Y&T was, like it's interesting because there are so many bands. Yeah. And you can't possibly listen to them all. And then as you grow, you're like, oh, what's this band about? What's that band about? So for me, you know, not listening to anything over after 1990, as you like to say, it's good. There's so much out there, you know, to listen to. So it's cool.
Yeah, cool. And talking about, we're going back to talking about Motorhead. It's insane, but this album is actually 45 years old.
Damn.
It's a different copy though, but it's 45 years old. The first Motorhead album. Fucking hell. 45 years.
These records should not be this old, man. They should not be this old.
No. With songs like, what do you got? Iron Horse, Born to Lose, White Line Fever, The Watcher, Train Keep Rolling, and so forth. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I only got a latter pressing, so it's kind of different, but it's mainly the same album. So, but it's 45 years old, man. Oh man. And how old are we then? Okay, moving on.
I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to think how old I was when that record came out.
It's insane. It's insane, my friend.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're going on a journey with me through the Malmo Festival right now.
Sweet.
This is it. For a whole week, the city of Malmo throws you a festival that is completely free with shitload of cultural activities and different stages for different kinds of music. You got a special tent for jazz. You got a special tent for blues. You got for people that like to dance, you know, the slow, the waltz and so forth for older people. And you got a children's stage where you get people to I don't know what they're doing there anymore, but it's entertainment for little ones. Yeah, I don't know. Then you got what's called the Rock Stage. And the people behind Rock Stage are musicians themselves. And there wasn't actually a real stage for rock and roll music in Malmo during the Malmo Festival. So this is what do you call them? What the fuck? A company or whatever? No, it's not a company. It's volunteer work. If you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah. So they struck a deal. If I'm getting this correct, okay, I could be way off, but I think the story goes something like this. They said, we're doing this. If you give us a location, we'll take care of everything. We'll set up stage. We'll get the beer stands and we'll get the food and we book the bands and so forth. But we want the marketing to be together with the Malmo Festival, the city of Malmo. And the city of Malmo said, sure, if you take care of everything, we'll will invoke you into their marketing thing for the Malmo Festival with all the flyers and stuff that goes out to you via mail or something like that. So that's what they've been doing for several years. And the Grand Reserva got the privilege to play there in 2017, I think, 17? Somewhere around there. And I got to tell you, it's a really, really great festival. Especially the people that book Rock Stage is phenomenal. I mean, they do everything that they can for the bands. They got a little trailer set up with drinks in them, and you got some food, and you got people working the stage and sound engineers, and it's like playing a real festival, which is really, really great for a band. So this year I'm not playing, even though I'm a singer in all the bands in the world at the moment, according to you. So
you're playing. People just don't know it yet.
Yeah, you see. So and this time I get to go to the Rock Stage at the Malmo Festival and enjoy myself listening to a lot of great bands. I'm going to talk about them on this show with you because it's for me it's important to let everybody out there know about these bands that I really dig, and there were some surprises that I'm gonna mention, but most of them I already knew. And the Friday, the start of the Malmo Festival, I think it was August 12. We're pre-recording this, so August 12, I think it was. We played them here on the show at one point, I think. It's a Swedish hardcore band from Sweden and Malmo in particular, called Flegma. And I know the guys because we share rehearsal space with them. So I've been following them around. It's called the Flegma Reunion. And the last time they stood on a stage together was 27 years ago.
Jeez.
27 years ago. And so they got together and they released their first album. It's only on CD because this was beginning of the 90s when you only did stuff on CD. So this is their debut album called Blind Acceptance, and they played a lot of music from this album, which I think it's really, really cool. So they were back together. We played the song Black Rose of Hades. And there was a lot of other stuff in the set list. So, 27 years ago, was this any good? Could they still play? Was it something that was worth my while? The only thing I have to say about this, fuck yeah. I mean, sometimes you get to witness something that it's so mind-blowing that it's hard to comprehend when you're at the show. But they threw me like, I don't know, it's insane. I mean, it's hardcore, so it's fast music, and they were so tight. They've been rehearsing like crazy. And the singer, whose name is in Swedish is Carl, but it's short for, we call him Kalle in Swedish, and he's such a great front man. He's got that wicked sense of humor, and he can take an audience. He will from the first note that he sings, he got you. It's like you're drawn in to his persona, and he doesn't let you go until the show is over. And it's a punch in the face to listen to Flegma live, and it's right there. I mean, I know the guys, Richard who plays bass. He's played in a lot of no, he plays guitar. Sorry, plays guitar in Flegma. He used to play bass back in the day, but now they have like 2 guitar players. So he used to play. He plays guitar, and you got Martin, who also plays guitar, Martin Olsen, and then you got our friend Martin Brusson, who's the drummer. He's playing in another band called Team Anarchy. You know about them. And he plays drums in a band called Dead Anarchy.
Dead Anarchy.
You heard about them?
Yes.
And you know the singer.
Yeah.
You know the singer. So and you got Anders on bass guitar. I mean, to see those guys up on stage, it's insane. And as you can see in the clip here in the background, it's fucking insane. We're gonna show you a tidbit of the show, and you can listen to it. It's gonna be in the show as we speak. So
yeah.
And if you get a chance, hook them up on Facebook and follow their process. They're going to release an album later this year, and it's going to be fucking epic. I shit you not.
Sweet.
So there we go.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So follow them on Facebook, Flegma Reunion. We're putting on all the links in the description and so forth. So that's that. A kick in the head for you, Flegma. All right, moving on. It's this little band. We talked about them. I think we talked about them some. I don't know. People are going, why are you always mention this band? Why are you always mention this band? What's wrong with you? Well, fuckers, I love this band. You see? There
Fire,
we go.
Thief, Bandit, friends of the show. Yeah. Definitely. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So
gotta love those guys.
And oh yeah. So I took my son Texas to all of these shows because he needs to learn about all this great stuff, and he's a rock and roller himself. So we started listening to the first album, Gunshot Lullaby. And then we moved ahead and moved ahead, no pun intended, to straight ahead. There you go. Oh, yeah. Swedish humor for you. Straight out of Gothenburg. Well, that's another story. And the last one, Deadlights. Right there. So Liar Thief Bandit.
Deadlights.
Man, oh man.
Now, Deadlights, they've got 3 versions of that with different colored vinyl, correct?
Yes, they do.
See?
Do I own all the 3?
Of course
yes, I do.
Of course.
Yeah, because I'm a collector.
Of course you do.
Don't shoot me. I'm a collector. What the fuck? But seriously, I mean, Liar Thief Bandit, what a great gang. I mean, I've seen them multiple times live. Always puts on a show. But this time at the Malmo Festival, coming home after some tours of Germany and so forth, and been playing a lot of shows this summer, and be able to come home to their hometown of Malmo and do a show, and they were so relaxed. I told the guys afterwards, man, dude, you were so relaxed. There was something special about this show, and it's we're gonna put this in here too, so you could get a tidbit of it, so you know what we're talking about. But that show, they were so laid back, and it was so tight, and it was so well performed. So it's, I mean, oh man, that was something else.
Yeah.
So check out Liar Thief Bandit. That, I mean, they deserve everything. I mean, it's cool. We're going to talk some more about them because what I understand that they got a new EP coming out really soon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my hands on that one too.
And you can actually license all the songs on their first record if you go to boozehoundmusic.com.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You can make that happen. So go there, check it out.
Yes.
Give it a listen.
Yeah.
You can have that in your podcast, in your video, in your project. You can go ahead and license that and get it because it's good shit, man. And it would make your project just on a level that you don't even have any idea about. It would just kick it up a notch to notches unknown. Yeah. So go make it happen.
Yes. Right now. No,
right now.
wait.
No, wait. After the show.
After the show. We had some more great stuff. So next up is also a band that you're also familiar with. I got their album here. It's the Ohnos.
Ohnos, yes. The Ohnos.
Yeah. Oh man. The Ohnos at Malmo Festival Rock Stage. So, were they any good? Are you shitting me? I haven't seen a show with these lovely women that wasn't a kick-ass show. I mean, they kick you in the nuts. As soon as they hit the stage, they got you by the, well, you know, I just told you. But there is something going on there. I don't know what it is. It's punk rock music. It's fun. It's entertaining, and it's hard to explain. We'll put this stuff in there so you can watch them as we babble along, so you can get the sense of what I'm talking about. But it's I mean I just love the title that they got, Dirty Panties. Come on, get my autograph. Local news. Chlamydia for Christmas. Spawn of the Beast.
These titles are classic, man.
Yeah, I mean they are.
Chlamydia for Christmas. Come on.
Yeah.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
You see? I mean, and if you get the chance, this album, they got a new album already out there, but it's, of course, there is bands like ABBA and the British singer Adele. They had to hoard all the vinyl presses in Europe at the same time. 500, I think it was 500,000 copies of the new Adele album, and I think it was 1 million by ABBA's reunion album. So all the bands that were waiting in line, sorry, you have to wait like 8 months. So I'm thinking that this one, the new, not this one, the Ohnos album on vinyl will get released sometime around Christmas, I think.
Cool.
That was the last I heard, but you never know. But check them out, the Ohnos. They will also kick your ass, and buy this album.
Go buy it.
Sounds from the Basement, right there, the Ohnos. So,
good stuff.
It's good stuff. I'm pretty tight here, so I have to do this. So, all right, cool. So, and of course, sometimes you get to witness stuff that you don't really listen to. I'm not a huge fan of goth music. Of course, I heard Mission and Sisters of Mercy and so forth, but it's like you with Motorhead. I heard some of the songs, and it's okay. It's not bad. It's not that I want to change this channel or turn the stereo off when I hear stuff like that. But it isn't on my radar.
Right.
So I know the singer of this band from Malmo called Funhouse, and their story is from like also with like Flegma from the early 90s, and they're goth kings of Europe. I shit you not. They play shows rarely in Scandinavia. It's mostly Poland, Czechoslovakia, those kinds of festivals, and they sell them out. They headline like 10,000 people here, 15,000 people there, and so forth. So they're moving around. They got a big following. So and I talked to the singer who was also named Michael, of course. And he was a bit worried. Well, do you think that people are going to show up? I mean, it's a free show, and it's easy standing in front of thousands of people in Poland that you know are goth fans. But this is a whole different ball game standing here on the stage at the Malmo Festival. And there was a huge crowd, and it was so freaking good. There is something. It's the music is like mellow, very melodic, and he sings with a low pitched voice, and I was in trance for like 45 minutes. I just stood there, smoke, and there's a lot of smoke on stage, and you can see the silhouettes, and Michael is a great performer, a great front man. And it was great. I don't have an album with him. I talked to him about this. Why haven't you released anything on vinyl? And he said, we should have. Yeah, you should. So the next album you're going to release, you have to do it on vinyl. And he promised me. So I'm holding you to this, Mike. God damn it, Funhouse on vinyl record. Make it happen. And that was like it's do you listen to goth music?
Not really. No, not familiar with it at all.
Is that something that no? So you don't have any opinion? You don't?
No, I can't really speak to it one way or the other. I mean, I'd give it a shot. I mean, what you're talking about sounds like it might be kind of fun to listen to, so I might check it out. I'll tell you what.
It's very different.
I will go and listen to Funhouse this week, and I will report back next week. Oh, yeah. There we go.
There you go.
How's that?
Report back. Oh, man. Yeah, that's great. So Funhouse, everybody, go and listen to them and follow Phil, and we'll put all the links in the description, so you can go. So I'm pretty psyched of talking about this. I'm going back in my mind, reliving all the shows that I went to, so I don't forget and miss anything. I got a little note here, so I'm watching the note right there. I have to get this correctly. I think they're called Acorise. 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 I think they're called. I don't know. One of the I went down early. I met up with a couple of people that I know. There was a lot of people that I know that I used to play with, or we came up around the same time, starting bands and so forth. So they're all my age, and we're standing there having a beer, and all of a sudden, because that's the beauty of the people that work on Rock Stage. They start like 5 p.m. with younger bands starting out the day, playing. And this was one of those days when Acorise played, and they're in their early 20s, 2021, something like that. And they got a girl playing a Gibson SG, you know, the ones that Angus Young plays. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I heard this voice from stage, because she's just a small girl, a tiny little thing. The guitar is almost bigger than the whole girl, and she plays, and you hear her like this, and I'm going, holy shit, what the fuck? And she's playing the guitar and doing moves and playing and doing solos, and I'm thinking, holy shit. I mean, this is so. I gotta go watch this. So after like 2 or 3 songs in, I said to my friends, I have to go front stage and watch these kids kick everybody's ass. And it was, I mean, it was so great. And the funny thing is that all of a sudden I meet the guitar player from Flegma, Olsen, and we call him Olsen by his last name. And as he said, that's my brother's kid, the guitar player. What? Really? Yeah. He just learned to play guitar like a year and a half or 2 years ago. Holy shit. And who's the girl? Well, I don't know. They've been playing together for some time now. I think they've been together for like a couple of years, a year or something like that. And they were kicking ass and taking names. I shit you not. So I went into Spotify and all those good places, and I watched them on YouTube and so forth. And they, man, oh man, Acorise, go check them out. Young kids. I mean, I'm so hopeful for the future of rock and roll, man. When I see stuff like this, it's insane. I have to contact them and ask them to send me some stuff that we can play here on the show. Yeah, I should have done that by now, but it's been too hot, man. Too hot. So,
all right.
So, and the last one, I don't think they got a physical album at all. It's only I think they got an EP, a digital version of it. It's a band that we had the privilege, Grand Reserva, to play with at a club here in Malmo called Medley. We talked about them. They just started out. I think they've been running the club for a year now, something like that. And it's an all-girl band. They're called Modesty, and it's some sort of like raw bluesy rock and roll about them, and the singer she's got, it's sort of like a mix between Janis Joplin and Joan Jett, if you will. It's insane. They're insanely good, and the guitar player, I think she's a guitar teacher or something like that. She plays on a Stratocaster, and it does long, bendy, bluesy things. I mean, you can check them out. I'm going to put up a clip of them here on this show. It's insanely good. It's rare that you see younger girls doing that kind of bluesy, almost like Delta bluesy rock and roll. Yeah. You know, with those long pauses and stuff, and the note that hangs in the air, and you go, oh yeah, baby, and then she hits the guitar solo, and it's fucking insane. It's really good. So Modesty, check them out and give them some love. It's freaking insane. Yeah. And that's it. That's it for the Malmo Fest.
It's Malmo Festival.
There is a couple of bands, but I forgot their names. I am sorry. I will try to look them up. But these are the bands that I wanted to talk to you about. So, Free Festival. Could you imagine when I talk to people about this from various places in Sweden, because it's only Malmo that has a free festival right now. It's going on for a whole week, from Friday to Friday. Wow. And everything is free. And there's thousands of people.
The beer is free?
No.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I know how much you guys like beer over there. So I was wondering.
Yes.
That's leaving a lot of money on the table handing out free beer. If there's free beer, man, I'm on my way. Like, come on.
Yeah. Right now, on the plane, man. A free festival and free beer. What could be any better? So, I think we should mention this also. I'm going out on a limb right now because we haven't talked about this.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yes, we got a documentary coming out from the Sweden Rock Festival with a couple of interviews with some bands that I've talked to, artists and so forth, and it's gonna be epic. And because we're talking about beer, how many beers are sold on the Sweden Rock Festival in only like 5 days? And according to Phil, it's a shitload.
It's a shitload of beer, man. You guys like your beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. We do. So keep an eye out for that. We're gonna keep you posted on it on all the social media platforms. And but your biggest source is soundsonvinyl.com. Go there, and you got all the links in this.
You got everything, man. You got videos, you got audio, you got links to all the stuff we talked about. Everything. It's going to be and the site is going to get even better. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff working behind the scenes. It's going to be awesome. Just so if you're a fan of this show, stay tuned because it's going to get even better.
Stay tuned, man.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing more.
That's it. Nothing more.
Nothing more.
I've said it all.
All right. And
with
that, I guess we'll see everybody next week. And until then.
Oh, we will, for sure.
Later.